I found setting G300s Gaming Mouse profiles in Logitech Gaming Software to be a little confusing at first. Here I'll provide a basic overview of what I have learned so far. Part 1. How to interact with the software. Open Logitech Gaming Software. Choose your device by clicking on the mouse on the bottom of the window and then choose Customize Onboard Memory. That's the icon of the mouse at the bottom. This will open a larger view of the mouse where there are 4 basic zones. These are the 4 zones we will be discussing. The first thing you should focus on is the color wheel in Zone 1. Think of the color wheel as the control center for choosing each profile. Each color represents a different profile, 3 in total. These 3 profiles can be selected by pressing your mode switch button on your mouse, or you can click on the color wheel to select a profile. Go ahead and try pressing the mode switch button on your mouse. You will see each time you click the mode switch your mouse moves to the next profile. Pay particular attention to what changes in each zone every time you click the mode switch button. These are the default settings for the 3 profiles. It's perfectly fine to use default settings as I do. But you will likely want to tweak a few things. Next, I will explain how to make a custom profile. Part 2. How to make a custom profile. In this scenario, we will be changing the first profile color to purple, adjusting DPI, and setting a new report rate. We will also change one button on the mouse as an example. As you can see, the default settings of the first profile is red. Let's go ahead and change this to purple. Simply click on the purple color sample below the color wheel. You will notice the change takes effect immediately. Next, let's go ahead and change a button on the mouse. I will just choose a random button as an example so you have an idea of how this works. Here I will change the forward button to a keystroke letter K. I chose the letter K as an example because the letter K is rarely used in most games. I can now assign the letter K in my game to reload a weapon, throw a grenade, or any command I want. Next, let's go ahead and change DPI sensitivity levels. This is found in Zone 3. If you are new to DPI sensitivity, just think of it this way. Lower DPI moves your pointer across the screen slower and is better for steady sight aiming in FPS games. For example, if you are playing as a sniper, a lower DPI is commonly used. Higher DPI is for faster pointer movement. A mouse with a higher DPI setting detects and reacts to smaller mouse movements. Okay, let's start adjusting DPI. There are 2 ways to do this. You can use the column of numbers on the left or move the blue indicators. For this example, let's move the indicator to the farthest right from 2000 dpi back to 1750 dpi. Next, let's assign this as the default DPI when we choose this profile. This is done by first clicking the indicator and then clicking the Assign as Default button. Next, let's look at Zone 4, which is report rate, and set this at 1000. Also known as polling rate, a report rate is how frequently your computer checks for a signal from the mouse. A higher report rate decreases the lag that occurs between when you physically move your mouse to when the movement actually happens on your screen. This first profile is now set. You can clear this profile by clicking the Restore Defaults button. We didn't cover assigning a shift. A shift is used if you want a certain DPI quickly without cycling through other DPI levels, but requires you have a mouse button already assigned as a shift. A shift is represented by an orange indicator. You can see an example of a profile that has shift assigned. Go to the default green profile and you will see there's a shift indicated, and this corresponds to a button that was assigned under this green profile. That's the end of this overview. Thank you for dropping by. If you found this overview useful, please click the like button below.